This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. There is a new refrain in the Republican Party that you're going to start seeing more and more and more. And it's related to the way that they see the January 6th insurrectionists and how they should be treated. Yesterday, Joe Biden gave an impassioned speech about fascism, about MAGA Republicans. Every word he said was true. And they are in crybaby mode on Twitter and elsewhere, clutching their pearls, unable to get past their vexation about the things that the things that Joe Biden said about Donald Trump supporters. Even though for 4 years, Donald Trump was Donald Trump. There are memes out there about, but the guy with the mean tweets, they admit, they celebrate that he is vicious and mean. They celebrate that. But then Joe Biden says a few choice truths, and I can't believe this is so divisive. What will we do? What are we gonna do? It's just, the theater is just too much. But the refrain that you're going to start hearing is about an apology. One, I'm going to play this first clip, and then I'm going to play an interview with Donald Trump where he says that we should, not only is he going to pardon the insurrectionists that attempted to overthrow the United States government with violence and force after having erected a hangman's gallows on the lawn of the United States Capitol. Not only will he pardon them, he wants to apologize to them. And this is the refrain that's being picked up not just from Donald Trump, but all kinds of people, including Kevin McCarthy. He's not specifically talking about the January 6th insurrectionists, but this apology talk is starting, and get used to it because it's going to stick around.
When the president speaks tonight at Independence Hall, the first lines out of his mouth should be to apologize for slandering tens of millions of Americans as fascists. President Biden wants to talk about the soul of the nation. Tonight, he will say democracy is at stake, and he will declare that only Democrats hold the moral upper hand. What Joe Biden doesn't understand is that the soul of America is in the tens of millions of hardworking people, of loving families, of law-abiding citizens whom he vilified for simply wanting a stronger, safer, and more prosperous country. The soul of America is not the ruling class in Washington. It is the law-abiding, tax-paying American citizen. The soul of America is our determination to get up and go to work every day, provide for our families, to love our children, be involved in their education, and ensure that this nation and its people always come first. The soul of America is our children, who deserve to learn in an education system that teaches them skills to have a better life than we do today.
I guess my first question would be, how do you rise to the level of power and political position that Kevin McCarthy has, being that terrible of a public speaker? What kind of deal with the devil? Did he hop up on a stump and have a fiddle off with the devil? Because that's nonsense. And secondly, Joe Biden owes no one an apology. If Joe Biden owes anybody an apology, or if Merrick Garland owes anybody an apology, either one of these, it is to the American people for not getting on the stick with this investigation earlier. No one needs to apologize to the individuals who violently sacked the United States Capitol in an attempt to overthrow the government by overturning a free and fair election. No one. They are being treated justly and fairly and dispassionately. And here's Donald Trump also indicating that they deserve an apology and pardons. That will be what he campaigns on. It is a shame what's being done to them. How dare the United States government hold them accountable for attempting to overthrow the government? They did that on behalf of me. I will pardon them, just like I pardoned all the other cronies that surrounded me who committed crimes. Watch this remarkable audio.
It's beyond. It's just beyond. But I want to ask you, I'm certainly concerned about these January 6th defendants, sir. There are hundreds of people who have been dragged through hell, and some are still locked up in the DC Gitmo. I am sickened, sir. How do we right this wrong? What can you do?
So I met with a number of times, but I met with, and I'm financially supporting people that are incredible. And they were in my office actually 2 days ago. It's very much on my mind. It's a disgrace what they've done to them. What they've done to these people, it's disgraceful. And mostly, I mean, you know, it's they're firemen, they're policemen, they're people in the military, they're people that were, you know, you look at what took place with the police, where they're ushering them in, and so many different things. And we're working on it very hard. We're working with legals. You know, this radical left system, these people are sick. There's something wrong with them. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They're sick. And they don't mind. And they're cold. You know, they were telling me about some of the legal people on the other side. They're the most cold-hearted people. They don't care about families. They don't care about anything. They're just, and you see what they're doing with the sentencing. And I will tell you, and I'm looking at it very carefully. I've studied it. I study cases. And contributions should be made. We have to do that because, you know, they have some good lawyers. But even the good lawyers, the
can't
judges,
beat fraudulent judges.
You get before,
Amen.
Yeah, you get some of these judges that are so nasty and so angry and mean, the sentences. And I will tell you, I will look very, very favorably about full pardons. If I decide to run and if I win, I will be looking very, very strongly about pardons.
Amen.
Full pardons.
Well deserved.
I think that's probably going to be the best, because even if they go for 2 months or 6 months, I mean, you know, they have sentences that go a lot longer than that.
Years and
but
years.
We'll be looking very, very seriously at full pardons, because we can't let that happen. What's happened here, and I mean full pardons with an apology to many, an apology.
Amen.
They've been so badly treated. And I know that's just in my little list. I know that's a big subject for you, and it's a big subject for me too.
Amen.
There was a lot of nonsense there. DC Gitmo, people who attempted to overthrow the United States government, are in jail, awaiting trial. Some have been sentenced. And Donald Trump's claim of financially supporting some of these people, which flies in the face of the criticism that has been leveled against Kamala Harris for promoting fundraising for bail for people who were involved in the protests following the murder of George Floyd. Where are the conservatives outraged that Donald Trump is financially supporting these criminals, these people who have been accused of a crime, not yet sentenced? Because there's outrage that how dare Kamala Harris pay for bail money for people who weren't convicted, they were just arrested. You know, the difference is that a lot of the protesters were black in support of the murder of a black man and a white cops, and that's outrageous. But all these white insurrectionists, they should be treated better. How dare they? Racism at its core. This Windy Bell Radio. I mean, listen, I've got a podcast. I got a YouTube channel here. Donald Trump. You want to slum it? Bringing up firefighters and police. A lot of these people were first responders and firefighters and police. Like, that's supposed to change our minds about what their intent was, what their actions were. Doesn't matter. In the regular world, it should not matter if you are a cop. If you break the law, you should be held accountable, maybe even held to more of an account, because the responsibility inherent in your job. And they don't care about families. If someone robs the bank, Donald Trump, do we take it easy on them because they have a family? No. Again, equal justice under the law means nothing to Republicans. Protecting our democracy means nothing to Republicans. This has all become theatrics, a political reality show to them. There are no real world consequences in their minds. Gross? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Email me, daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore. And if I do something for you, please consider supporting my work. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or click on over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.